Good morning, students. Welcome to this online teaching platform of Divine Public School, Mohnapur, Gorakhpur. Dear students, once again I am here to continue the chapter Indigo written by Louis Fisher from your textbook Flamingo, subject English of class 12. Dear students, this is the video, or you can say the part third, which is the last part of this chapter. So I am going to continue the chapter Indigo as it is the last part of the chapter. Now, before I start explaining the text of the part 3, let's recap the content, the context of the part 2 in short. Next morning, Motihari was full of peasants to support Gandhi. It became difficult for the officers to control the mob. As the situation was getting tougher, the lawyer requested the court to postpone the trial by some days. The authorities decided to first consult the higher authorities. Gandhiji objected for the delay in proceeding of the case. So magistrate asked Gandhiji to arrange a bail for bail because he was going to give his judgment after the 2 hours long break. Gandhiji refused to seek bail and later on he was released without bail. When the court restarted, the judge refused to deliver any judgment for many days to come. He allowed Gandhi to remain free. Rajendra Prasad, along with many lawyers, came to Motihari to help and advise Gandhiji. They decided that if Gandhi went to jail, then they would follow too. After some day, the magistrate sent a letter to Gandhi that, as per the orders of Deputy Governor, the case against him had been taken back. In June, Gandhiji was called up to be present before Deputy Governor Sir Edward Gate. Gandhi had 4 long interviews which led to the formation of a commission that inquired into the indigo sharecroppers. The official inquiry didn't favor the planters, hence they agreed to pay back to the peasants. But they questioned Gandhi regarding the amount to be repaid. The moneylenders had thought that Gandhi would ask for the full payment of the money, but the planters to pay only 25% as they thought it would be rejected by Gandhi, but Gandhiji immediately accepted it. Gandhi said that the amount of money was not important, but by giving money, the planters had bowed down to the peasants and had given away their honors too. This made the peasants realize their rights. The British planters had to leave their property within the next few years. These properties were returned back to the peasants. Indigo sharecropping soon came to an end. Is it clear, student? This was the recap of the part 2. Now proceeding towards the explanation of the part 3. Look at this paragraph. First of all, I will read the paragraph for you all. Gandhi wanted to do something to remove the cultural and social backwardness in Champaran villages. He appealed for teachers. 2 young disciples of Gandhi, Mahadev Desai and Narahari Parekh, and their wives volunteered for work. Several more came from Bombay, Pune, and other distant parts of the land. Devdas, Gandhiji's youngest son, arrived from ashram, and so did Mrs. Gandhi. Primary schools were opened in the 6 villages. Kasturba taught the ashram rules on personal cleanliness and community sanitation. Now see the difficult words in this paragraph as it is highlighted in red color, students. So first word is appealed. The meaning of the appealed is to make a serious request. The second difficult word here is disciples, which means a personal follower. Then comes the volunteered, that means offered service of free will without any cost, without any motive. Then comes the sanitation, that means cleanliness. Ashram, already I have told you, it is Sevagram Ashram, which is in Gujarat, Ahmedabad. So now I am going to explain the text for you all. See the first line. Gandhiji wanted to do something to remove the cultural and social backwardness. So Gandhi was not satisfied by achieving political or economic solutions. He sought to remove the cultural and social backwardness of Champaran. Gandhi wanted to do something to remove the backwardness in the villages of Champaran. So he requested teachers such as Mahadev Desai and Narahari Parekh and their wives to teach the villagers. Both of them were followers of Gandhi. Many other volunteers came from Bombay and Pune to join them. Mrs. Gandhi and their youngest son Devdas arrived from ashram for their help. Primary schools were opened in the six villages where Kasturba Bai used to teach the ashram rules on cleanliness and community sanitation. Health conditions were miserable. Gandhi got a doctor to volunteer his services for 6 months. Three medicines were available: castor oil, quinine, and sulfur ointment. Gandhi noticed to the filthy state of women's clothes. One woman told Kasturba that she had only one sari. During his long stay in Champaran, Gandhi kept a long distance watch on the ashram and sent regular instructions by mail. Now, see the difficult word here, students. The first one is castor oil. Castor oil is used to remedy coated tongue. Then comes the quinine, used as anti-malarial drug. Then the difficult word here is sulfur ointment, means to treat many kinds of skin disorders. Now listen to the explanation, students. The health conditions of the people of Champaran were very poor. So Gandhi got a doctor who offered his service free of cost for 6 months. There were only three medicines. That means first one is castor oil, quinine, and sulfur ointment. That means first one is castor oil, second quinine, and third sulfur ointment was available. A patient with a coated tongue was given castor oil. A malaria patient was served a dose of quinine, and a patient with a skin disorder was given ointment and castor oil both. The women of the area used to wear dirty clothes. When Gandhi tried to know the reason through his wife, he was told that those were the only saris each of the women had. They were so poor. They can't afford the second sari. While Gandhiji was in Champaran, he kept a long distance vigil, that means watch, on the ashram. He used to send letters of orders regarding financial matters. Once he wrote to the locals that it was time to dig new latrines as the old ones had started giving false smell. So he kept on giving the regular instructions through post. Mail here means by post, not by email. At that time, email facility was not there. The Champaran episode was a turning point in Gandhi's life. It did not begin as an act of defiance. It grew out of an attempt to lessen the sufferings of the poor peasants. Gandhi's politics was closely connected with the practical day-to-day problems of the millions. He tried to mold new free Indian who could stand on his own feet and thus make India free. Gandhi also taught his followers a lesson in self-reliance. Gandhi's lawyer friends thought that it would be a good idea for Charles Freed Andrews, the English pacifist, to stay in Champaran and help them. Andrews was willing if Gandhi agreed, but Gandhi opposed it forcefully. Thus, self-reliance, Indian independence, and help to sharecroppers were all bound together. Now see the difficult words, students, here. First one is defiance, which means one's refusal to obey. One's refusal to obey. Second one is mold. That means to give shape. Self-reliance here means self-dependence. Then comes the pacifist. One who believes in peace. A person who believes in peace is known as pacifist. Then last difficult word is opposed, which means anxious to prevent or put an end to, disagreeing with. Okay, students, now see the first line. Listen to the explanation very carefully. The Champaran episode was a turning point in Gandhi's life. It did not begin as an act of defiance. It grew out of an attempt to lessen the sufferings of the poor peasants. Gandhi's politics was closely connected with the practical day-to-day problems of the millions. He tried to mold new free Indian with which who could stand on his own feet and thus make India free. Now this Champaran Satyagraha was not an act of opposition. It was an attempt to help out the poor and tortured peasants. So, Champaran incident changed Gandhiji's life. He said that he had done a regular thing. He had put the point across that the Britishers could not order him in his own country. This was Gandhiji's way to solve issues. His politics was knitted up with the everyday problems faced by the millions of people. He did not aim at the fulfillment of ideas, rather, he was concerned for the people. The basic idea was to serve humanity and make a free Indian who could stand for his rights. Gandhi also taught his followers a lesson in self reliance. Gandhi's lawyer friends thought that it would be a good idea for Charles Freer Andrews, the English pacifist, to stay in Champaran and help them. Andrews was willing if Gandhi agreed, but Gandhi opposed it forcefully. Now, see the explanation of the second paragraph, students. Charles Freer Andrews, who was a peacemaker, visited Gandhi before going on a tour of duty to the Fiji island. Gandhi's lawyer friends wanted Andrews to stay at the ashram and help them, but Gandhi refused. Why he refused? He said that they did not need the help of Britishers, as if showed a lack of trust in their own abilities. That means if they are going to take the help of this pacifist Charles Freer Andrews, they should show that there is a lack of trust in their own abilities. That means trust in Indian abilities. He asked them not to seek any help. That means Gandhiji asked the lawyers and the other people not to seek any help from Mr. Andrews as he was an Englishman. Rajendra Prasad later on stated that Gandhi had his own thoughts and his reply served as a lesson of self-sufficiency for there. So thus self-reliance, Indian independence and help to sharecroppers were all bound together. So being self-dependent, free and helping the peasants, all these acts of Gandhiji's were interconnected, which bound the Indian together. So here we come to the end of the chapter, students. Now coming to the theme of the lesson, the leadership shown by Mahatma Gandhi to secure justice for oppressed people through convincing argumentation and negotiation. The lesson deals with an account of an unequal battle between the oppressed and the oppressor. Patience, perseverance, and determination can help one overcome odds and adversities. While managing crisis, one should focus on a solution rather than a problem. One should learn to be self-reliant instead of looking for shoulders to lean upon. It also conveys the message that it is important to teach people to be courageous and to be able to fight their own battles. So this was the theme of the lesson. Now coming to the learning outcomes of this chapter. The students will acquire the knowledge of plot and theme of the lesson, events that took place in the lesson, solving extrapolatory questions, and the last one is solve value-based questions. Here student, one word is there, extrapolatory, which means infer from that which you know something about it. If you know something about any of the thing, from there you can infer the things, that means the meaning. So in this slide I have given you a few questions. There are 5 questions, students. You have to answer the following questions. Question number 1. Why was Gandhiji opposed to C.F. Andrews helping him in Champaran? Question number 2. Which other spheres besides political or economic fields received Gandhi's attention during his long stay in Champaran? Question number 3. How did Gandhi work for rural uplift during his stay in Champaran? Question number 4. Why is the Champaran episode considered to be the beginning of the Indian struggle for independence? Question number 5. The Champaran episode was a turning point in Gandhi's life. Explain with examples from Indigo by Louis Fisher. So there are 5 questions. You have to answer the following questions in your and you have to write the answer in your classwork copy, and you have to submit when the school gets reopened. Now thank you students for watching and listening. Dear students, please keep your eyes on this Divine Public School Monapur Gorakhpur YouTube channel for the part or the video of next chapter. Stay healthy, stay well, study well, secure good marks. This is our aim. Thank you students.